Nigeria finally becomes an Islamic nation after Hisbah Police in Kano arrested people for not fasting in the month of Ramadan. Many countries are speaking about that. Many nationals of all over the world are speaking. It's on Twitter. Many nations are condemning Nigeria, calling Nigeria an Islamic nation, calling it on Twitter. Go to Twitter and see the reactions about what other countries are calling Nigeria. After Hisbah Police in Kano were seen arresting people, is even reported on Sahara News. You can watch that. If you are watching, kindly subscribe to this YouTube channel, on notifications, drop your comments, click the like button, and then share with others. Hisbah Police are arresting people in the north and in Kano for not fasting. How did we get here? And Nigeria and Islamic nation. The America this morning, we have to say Kano Hisbah arresting people for not fasting in Ramadan. What can you say about that this morning?
Thank you for having me. Every day by day, the Nigerian government are giving Nigeria reason why Nnamdi Kano, as people have referred to him, that is the Messiah of our generation. Because if you look at it, these are the reasons Nnamdi Kano said that his people must out of Nigeria. Because you cannot force me to believe what I don't want to believe. That is the case we are seeing in the north. Fulanis are trying to impose their religions on everybody. Where on earth will you say that because I am not fasting, you arrested me, that others are fasting, I'm not fasting? Fasting should be willingly, not something that you force people to do. You are praying to your God. Is fasting a compulsory thing for everybody? The answer is no. Most especially we are in a country or in a state where you have the Christian, you have the Muslim, you have the traditional religion, you have different people. Then how can you not force everybody to do the same thing? That's why a lot of people are wondering, why is these people taking this religion to an extreme end, whereby the Arab world who brought these religions, they are not practicing it the way they are practicing it. How on earth will you flog people? How on earth will you arrest people because people are not fasting? This is hypocrisy from the highest order. And these are the set of people that they condemn what they condemn people are doing, they are doing it. So we are saying that we are saying it to the world that is not accepted, and the world are putting out that what the Christians in the north are doing and what the Muslims in the north are doing is not good. That's why Donald Trump have interest in Nigeria case, as the case may be. Information available now that in fact, as people are saying now that Donald Trump have approved the passport for Biafra, that the Biafrans are having their passport. If you look the way Biafrans have gaining more momentum in Nigeria, it's as a result of what these Fulani people, what these Muslim people are doing. They are making people to believe on Biafra on a daily basis. Because over in Igbo land, nobody will stop you to practice your Muslim. Right? In the Yoruba we find ourselves, nobody is stopping you to practice your Muslim or your Christian. Not up to now where we have Muslim tickets, they are trying all their possible means to bring Sharia law to come and stay in the West. And we are saying that people like Baba Adeboye, they are still alive. People like Yedikpo, the rest of them, Pastor Chris, the rest of even churches in the Southwest, and say no, Sharia law cannot come and stay. Allow the way Christians are doing, Muslims are doing practicing their Muslim in the West here, whereby Christian will go to Muslim party, Muslim will go to Christian party. We are okay, we are brothers here. Don't come and divide us. And said because of you are a Muslim, you must stay aside, you will not associate with Christian. Before religion, we are human beings. Why are we fighting for the God we don't know? I cannot fight for Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ will fight for me. Don't fight for Muhammad. Allow Muhammad to fight for you. That's why we are saying that these people are misinterpreting the Quran. They are misinterpreting it. Because the same Quran that the Yoruba read is still the same Quran they read. But we don't know how they interpret their Quran. And that's why they keep their gullible people telling that when you kill one, you get a place in paradise to stay. So for me, it's unlawful. It's not acceptable.
So we are looking at the fact that the Waymaker, if the North, because people are not are pulling us down, they are pulling Nigeria back. What should be done to the northern these northern people that are passing their religion in a way not seen by others in the right possible way?
The simple things to do is to divide this country or separate this country, let everybody go in their separate way. Because for me, if the country cannot work, I keep telling people, you don't build on 40 foundation. Your belief and their belief is not the same thing. I remember I watched one interview the Grand Nnamdi Kano some years ago. So instead of you trying all these possible means to divide Nigeria, to put your people out of Nigeria, why don't you concentrate and put this energy on the southeast so that the governor can give a better this thing? He said, no, I cannot concentrate on my governor because my governor take instruction from the center. my governors take the allocation for the center, so I should better concentrate on that center where they get the allocation, where they get great infrastructure for, and then pull out of it. And that's why Mazinam Kano stand and to say they have to pull out. For me, if you tell me whether there is a future for this country, there is no future. The country whereby some state now can now singularly shut down schools and say school will not function. Don't forget that when you shut down schools, you shut down the economy of the state. Why are they doing it? They are doing it because they know whether they work, they do not work. At the end of the month, there will be an allocation to share in Abuja. That's why we are advising the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu that the only solution to this is to restructure this country or divide country, let everybody go their own separate way.
You are from the middle belt. It's so concerning that you always talk about Nnamdi Kanu most times, and they should divide Nigeria. Others from the middle belt, they are part of the northern Nigeria. Why are you so different from your contemporaries? I mean, your other people from the middle belt.
Yeah, let me ask you a question. If you have friends, people who believe that they are friends or your family member, they are seeking for your downfall. They are seeking how you will die so that they will inherit your property. What will you do? And you see a friend outside who ready to shield you, who ready to protect you by any, which one will you choose? You would rather go to a friend who will send to protect you because you want to live. Do I want to die? The answer is no. Do I like the way they are killing my people? The answer is no. So why will I not support people who are ready to save my people? So for me, if you think why I'm saying this because you have not heard where Biafra people came and kill Middle Belt. You have not heard Biafra people come to Lagos and come and kill people. The way the Fulani people are doing. So for me, that's why we say that we cannot, enough is enough. We cannot longer keep a friend. We cannot longer give a brother. They infiltrated us because of religion. They felt that maybe probably because of some people from the middle belt are Muslim, and through that they enter us. They make us a brother, but they are coming, killing people, buying people, destroying property, collecting people's property. So that's why we can never believe on them. We rather believe on Biafra than these Fulani that are destroying, the Fulani herdsmen that are destroying our region.
With this Muslim ticket under the APC, are you not afraid that Nigeria may be looking like an Islamic nation to other people in the world?
No, they just feel that Nigeria look at Islamic nation. Even most of them are now realizing that Tinubu deceived them, because if you look at Tinubu does not believe this their religious extremism, whereby they feel that if you are a Muslim, everything have to go to Muslim. Don't forget that Tinubu married a Christian, a pastor for that matter for Christianity. Many of them are criticizing Tinubu that Tinubu does not even know how to recite Al-Fatiha and know how to pray in the Muslim that is just came to deceive. So for me, they are just parading probably because of Nigeria. They produce a Muslim ticket. The same people now are saying that Tinubu have marginalized the Muslim because it's not giving them the appointment. If you look at this Tinubu appointment, I can still tell you that Muslims are still living when it comes to appointment. Under Buhari government, we see 85 or 90 appointment go to Muslim, whereby maybe 5% or 6% for the Christian. But the Christian complain. The answer is no. Why are they complaining now that they are being marginalized? The answer is that they are just hiding under the religion to batter Tinubu. Well, it's still the local people that are complaining. But we have never seen any Yoruba Muslim that have come out and said that they are being marginalized as a Muslim.
Muhammadu Buhari seems to be missing nowadays. And people are criticizing that under your government, you allowed bandits to reign. Now, even in Katsina State, many schools have been shut down. Bandits are reigning in on them in Katsina State. What can you say about the government of Muhammadu Buhari this time around?
That's why the Buhari we are talking about, when I keep saying it that these people should not destroy the institution they next, just because they want to have their selfish interest. The same thing Tinubu is doing now. But I'm not surprised with Tinubu, because Tinubu said that he will start from where Buhari stopped. They destroyed the institution under Buhari government, and that's why it's running up and down for safety. The last time news available to us now that he is running up and down now for safety. He has gone to Kaduna right now because he's looking for safety. So what does that have to tell you? That after destroying the institution they are outing after you. They are outing after Buhari as I speak to you. So for me, it's a lesson that other leaders should learn. Tinubu too should learn from this, because Tinubu will not stay there forever. Whether it's 4 years or 8 years, 8 years will come and go, and he will definitely pay for what he has done to Nigeria.
Finally, as we are closing, is there any possibility that Sharia law can work in the Middle Belt? Because the Middle Belt are saying you have left the north, but the Fulani are pushing say no, Middle Belt is part of us. You see Sharia law in Kano, in northeast and northwest. Can the Sharia law work in the Middle Belt part of Nigeria?
No, the answer is simply no. It cannot work in the Middle Belt, because why it cannot work is that we have seen what Sharia law have caused in the north. How they are being using Sharia law to destroy the north, and then we cannot accept it. I've told you that anything from Fulani, anything from there, we are no longer accepted, because that's how they deceive us over the years. Where they try to make friends with us, make a brother with us, and today we accept them, and you can see how they are invading our region. destroying Plateau State, destroying your Benue State. Why? Because they felt that we give them chance to come over us. So anything from there, we are not ready to take it. If the Sharia law have make impact in the north, we will have accept it. But for us, we have not seen the impact, positive impact that the Sharia law have done. How are we now folding our hands and allow it to accept it in the north, in the middle belt? So also in the southwest here, that's why southwest here have many Muslims, but they are rejecting the Sharia law. So for me, it's dead on arrival. They cannot stand.
Thanks so much for coming, God bless you.
Thank you for having me.
Good morning to all our viewers across the nations of the world. If you are watching this video, kindly subscribe to this YouTube channel, on notifications, drop your comments, and then click the like button and share with others. Like and share. Now there's a very big problem in the religious war in Nigeria. Kano has now taken Hisbah to the court over the closure of schools in the north. Mr. Matthew, this morning, how does Kano come to you? But if Kano seems to have woken up, they have taken Hisbah to court for closing down schools, only Christian schools in the north over Ramadan. What can you say about this morning?
Thank you for having me once more. But I think what is happening currently is wrong by our standard, because if you say you are doing your fasting, nobody is stopping from doing your fasting. So you cannot generalize it and enforce it on other people who do not belong to that faith. The best you could do is tell your people who are Muslims, to observe the fasting, not using your authority perhaps because you're a governor to enforce a law or maybe government policy that does not go well with other people. I think it's a right thing for Kano to go to court. Of course, the Christians who are in the north have right to go to school, even as other people are fasting. But for me, I think in every sense it's wrong closing down schools because of fasting.
Now there's this lot of thought, Mr. Matthew, do you agree or do you think that Nigeria is an Islamic nation?
Nigeria is not an Islamic nation. I understand that there are so many narratives out there, or perhaps people who have tried to Islamize the nation by their utterances, by their conduct, and by government policy. But by our standard, there is no way I can accept that Nigeria is an Islamic nation. I quite understand that currently the president is a Muslim and the vice president is a Muslim. Do not forget that even there is a video that trends online currently where a Muslim scholar is even saying that the Muslims are being marginalized under the current administration. So Nigeria is not an Islamic state, if I must tell you.
Then if you're not an Islamic state, why are the Muslims and the Fulanis so powerful over other tribes and religion in Nigeria?
The reason the Fulanis powerful in Nigeria is not far-fetched. Their strength have not gotten roots in the southern part of the country. But I understand that in every space in the north, the Fulani man is strong. Talking about the traditional institutions, the emirship, almost all the emirates in the north have Fulani as the emir, and almost all the political positions have the Fulani. And it's not that they have, because in the past, olden days, when they were fight of superiority and all that, the Fulani man had upper hand against the outer man. And that's why if you go to Kano today, you see the emir of Kano as a Fulani man. You go to Zamfara, the same thing, Sokoto, Sultan of Sokoto, almost everywhere they are there. So that strength have not been replicated in southern part of the country. Of course, the middle belters pride themselves are the ones who stop the incursion of Otumada Fodo from getting to the southern part of the country. That perhaps will explain the reason they don't have such a very influence in the south.
Now, there's another issue again over the Ramadan. Ramadan has really caused issues, only in the north. Yoruba land is peaceful. A man beat up his wife to death yesterday in Bauchi State. What kind of religion do you think the north are practicing? You have been in the western part of Nigeria, Yoruba land. What difference do you see between Yoruba Muslims and the northerners?
To be quite honest with you, I think the man who have done that should face the full wrath of the law. That is the way to go, and of course to act as a deterrent to others. I understand I'm a Christian, and I know that Christianity talks about liberty. They don't enforce religion on anybody. If there is any injunction by any church organization to enforce or rather to embark on fasting, nobody will come and enforce it by way of compelling you to do it. I think it is all by willingness, because we understand that it is you who will ultimately benefit if you participate. I don't know why in the other faiths it happens like this. I understand that the place like Taliban, where you see, the place of Afghanistan, where Taliban has since formed a government after US pull out from that country, we are seeing draconian nature of Islamic laws. And I hope that is not what they are trying to replicate here. Because unfortunately, what happened to someone like Deborah, we have been talking about justice for her. Up to now, we have not seen justice. Though what we are seeing currently is happening to a Muslim woman. But I think that woman equally needs justice.
Okay, I think that the woman needs justice in Nigeria. Let's look at this. There's a breaking news coming on the Vanguard this morning. It says Nigeria is bleeding. That's according to the Anglican bishops in Nigeria. That there's tears and blood in Nigeria. Pastor, do you agree with them this morning?
Yes, so there are so many reasons why we are due to that fact. Actually, if you say Nigeria is bleeding, I think it's a statement of fact, because in almost every front we are seeing, if it is in area of administration, we are seeing maladministration. Area of security, we are seeing lack of ability of government to secure the people's life and property. If it's in the area, almost everywhere you look, you see vacuum, you see lacuna. So I think I totally agree with that Nigeria is bleeding.
Now, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and other notable big wigs in Nigeria, Kashim Shettima, Atiku Abubakar, Peter Obi, they said that in the spirit of Ramadan, Nigeria should come together as one to fight against evil. Now, this is the question: can Nigeria fight together as one? And number two, is Nigeria one as a nation?
One, Nigeria is not one. Two, if Nigeria is to fight, I think we have the armed forces, we have the police, the army, the navy, name it, who are saddled with the responsibility of fighting on behalf of the people, and the president goes by the name of the president and the commander of the armed forces. So I think it's through that channel that the government will fight on behalf of the people. So it is possible that Nigeria can come together and fight. But saying Nigeria should come together by way of the Igbos, the Hausa, the Yorubas, I think that is not possible, because in the minds of Nigerians, they're already polarized.
You understand that Nigeria is not one. What are the indices? What do you see? Because people say that God has joined us together.
It's not God has joined us together. Let us get that clear. It is the Lord Luga that amalgamated Nigeria, and ever since then, we have seen the lives of Zik, seen the lives of Ahmed Bello, seen the lives of Awolowo speak in the same way that Nigeria is not one. Of course, they made so many statements in the past, so it is clear that Nigeria is not one, because if you go as the average Igbo man, he will tell you that he has since exited Nigeria. So, and the Bible says, can two work together except they agree? Obviously, no. So that the only thing that's keeping Nigeria together is the instrumentality of force, the coercive power of federal government in the mind of the people that are not together.
Okwedile said this morning that the Igbos have been marginalized. Do you agree with that statement this morning?
It's a statement of fact. We have seen that repeating itself under Muhammadu Buhari. Last 17 positions, key positions in the security sector of the country, talking about from the office of the National Security Advisor, office of the Hisbah Police, office of the Chief of Defence Staff, Chief of Army Staff, Chief of Air Staff, Chief of Naval Staff. Name is about 17. None of them went to the southeastern part of the country. Understand that in Nigeria we have federal character that says that when you give a position, it must reflect geographical spread. That we didn't see the government comply with. Under this current administration, the government, at least they gave the southeastern part of the country one service chief. I think the chief of naval staff. It is still inadequate. It's grossly inadequate. But if you are looking at marginalization, the Igbos have always been marginalized. Even after the war, they gave everybody 20 pounds. It's part irrespective of whatever amount you have in the bank. That is pure marginalization. Even the government that led Nigeria through during the war, that talk about 3 hours, talking about reconstruction, reconciliation, restitution. He didn't do that or that after the election. That is marginalization.
Now, as we close this morning, Nnamdi Kano has finally said that anybody that called that is an Igbo coup should be taken to court and face the law. Do you agree with Nnamdi Kano this morning as we close?
It is his opinion whether somebody is taken to court and made to pay for the crime. I think that perception and narrative have been out there. But I really think that this book that came from Babangida, talking about his autobiography, came to right the wrong, and I think the record has been set straight. I think what is paramount is what is in the court of public opinion. I think that have been addressed. I think that is the good aspect of it.
As we close, some Northerners have said that they will not agree to that book, that to them is still an Igbo coup. How does that come to you?
It is irrespective of the opinion. What happened is that the book have said the Lagos State, and good thing, it came from a Northerner, and this time around not from an Igbo man. So the point is, the world have been is now aware that it is, though many people already knew that this is the position, but hence is coming from a Northerner, someone who was involved in the game, not perhaps involved in the coup, who have been in the system. I think it's a good narrative.
Thanks so much for coming, sir. God bless you.
Thank you for having me.